Okay, we're about to get started, but if you are a student who is being inducted into PTK or a student or community member who has won an award, make sure that you checked in at the table when you first walk into this room before we start the ceremony, or you might miss your award, and we don't want that. So we'll get started really soon. Thank you.
Hello, welcome everybody. Hello. Hello, thank you for being here. My name's Kylie Seegers. I am the department head of the Pima Honors program, and I will be emceeing tonight with my partner, Chelsea.
Hi, I'm Chelsea James. I am the lead for PTK,
Yeah, and so we're going to start tonight's event. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to start tonight's event with a land acknowledgement. So today's event is taking place on the ancestral lands of the Tohono O'odham Nation and the Pasco Yaqui tribe. These people have been living and working on this land since time immemorial. With that, we would like to introduce our first speaker. So PCC's Acting Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Dr. Ian Rourke, is going to kick us off with a welcome. So Dr. Rourke, please make your way to the stage.
All right, thank you, Kylie. Thank you, Kelsey. Good evening again. Welcome to our celebration for our honor students and Phi Theta Kappa. Let's go ahead and see right out of the gate how proud you are of the students we are here to recognize and honor tonight. How proud are you? Yeah. And we should be. As we welcome family, friends, faculty, fellow students and guests to honor these students, it's really important just momentarily to think about how critical these sorts of programs are to the lifeblood of Pima Community College, to higher education, and most importantly, to the academic and lifelong journey that these students have already embarked upon and will continue. Both with respect to honors and Phi Theta Kappa, these individuals have done what they don't have to do. They have volunteered really to commit to academic excellence at a time where sometimes mediocrity is more embraced than excellence. And in so many ways, these decisions are going to benefit these students more than just how successful they're going to be in our classrooms and in their programs of study, but in their lifelong pursuits. as I was learning more and more about the programs from Kylie and talking with Dr. Brian Stewart, who will close us out this evening, and also just thinking about the term honors, right? It's plural in some respect for honor. Like honors can be awards, but really it's about that word honor, and I was really thinking about the importance of that word, has a long-standing history. And so I'd like to really reflect on one of my favorite quotes that's been attributed to multiple people, but including Ralph Waldo Emerson, that uses the word honor. And it starts off interesting, so hear me out fully before we judge the quote, because the quote starts off with, "The purpose of life is not to be happy." And the first time I read that, I was like, what? We all want to be happy, right? But it says, the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful. It is to be honorable. And it is to be noble. It is to know that you have made a difference and lived a life and lived it well. So when I thought about the projects that we saw over in the recital hall this evening, and I think about the commitments that these students have made with respect to not only academic excellence, but service, community service, and things that are dedicated to leadership, these students have committed themselves to a purposeful life. And to round out that quote, in having that purposeful and honorable life, that is where they will find their true happiness. So again, thank you for attending this night's events to honor these students. And now I'll turn it back over to Chelsea, I believe.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rourke, for your inspiring words and just your overall support for honors and PTK. So before we get started with our awards, I just want to make a quick note on how this is going to work, because as you can see, it's sort of hard to get up on the stage. You have to go around. So all of our award winners have a card, and it has a color on it. And so before we give out awards, we will call up green, red, yellow, whatever the color is. And you'll go, see Jessica back there and Clint and Aaron waving their hands. You'll go up there, and they will help you, lead you up onto the stage. We will call your name, give you your certificate, and then you'll wait on the stage because we want to make sure we get a group picture with everybody from that award. Anything else about that?
I think that's good.
All right. We all know what we're doing now.
Yeah. So our first category is Outstanding Academic Performance. Oh, Chelsea's so tall.
Sorry, yeah. Oh, and I forgot to call green.
Yeah,
Should
so-
probably get started to stand up and head back there right now.
Yes, so if you have a green card, you will be getting an award momentarily. So please make your way over to Jessica and Clinton and Aaron, and they will guide you around. And so to set the stage with our Outstanding Academic Performance Award, we wanted to start by thanking all of the faculty who make our program what it is. So we first wanted to thank our honors course faculty. These are faculty who teach standalone or embedded HC sections. So these are faculty who this year added honors coursework to their courses. You can find them in the schedule of courses, so when you're looking for the fall, just toggle that honors course only, and you can find these fine folks and others teaching honors courses in disciplines like writing, math, biology, psychology, history, and more. And we also wanted to thank all of the faculty who worked with us this year by doing honors contracts. So in an honors contract, a student identifies a course where they want to earn honors credit, but it's not already offered as honors credit. And so these are faculty who have worked with one or more students this year to help them earn honors credit for their course that they're enrolled in by doing some additional project that deepens the course, shapes the course to their interests. I like to tell students it really lets you just like nerd out in the course of your choice with a really cool faculty member who's excited to work with you. So we want to thank all of our amazing faculty who opt in to doing honors contracts above and beyond their normal coursework to help our students earn honors credits and get these amazing experiences. So with that, we would like to give our Outstanding Academic Performance Awards. Can you grab the? Okay, and so these awards were, these were students who were nominated by their faculty for their academic work. So these were students who were nominated for being outstanding in their honors coursework this year by faculty. Our first awardee is Alexandra Belford. Next, we have J.T. Inglis. Melanie Groves. Rashida Karim. Christian Ornelas. Congratulations. William Romanenko. And Melissa Shaw. So congratulations to all of our outstanding academic students, academians. And remember, we are live streaming this event, so if you're celebrating from at home, congratulations. And all of these certificates will be available. Just get in touch with us after the ceremony and we can inter-campus mail them to you. You can pick them up at the campus of your choice. Do we get a picture? We got a picture. Emily's giving us the thumbs up. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. You're next, right?
I don't know, I think we're out of order. Keep going, you're doing great.
Okay.
Go to the next one.
All right. So our next award group is Friends of Pima Honors and PTK. So if you have a blue card, please make your way to Jessica over at the stage door, and she will guide you back.
Want to tell us about Friends?
Yeah. So our Friends of Pima Honors Award, these are folks who have been nominated by really anyone at the college. So it could be students, could be faculty, could be coordinators, and the awardees can be anybody in those groups as well. So these are people who have helped our program be strong and thriving. They have gone above and beyond, and we wanted to recognize and thank all of their work. All right, so first we have Maha Badar. Rose Bowles. Jessica Davis. We tricked you, yeah. Yeah, yeah, you. Yeah. Jessica is our newest honors coordinator for Pima Online, and she has really jumped in with both feet, and we so appreciate her. I nominated her. We've got Chris Jodish, Nikaylee Federico, Jessica Frederick, Christina Gartelos Perez. Oh, yeah, awesome. Thanks. Terry Hackman Adams. Casey Jones. Alan Kowalski. Michael Lopez. Jennifer Madrid. Natalie McConnell. Connor McNitt. Shannon McQuiggan. Sam Nagy. This is a big category. Alex Nunez. Aaron Purdy. Nahal Rodiak. Congratulations. Ariana Ruiz. Talea Tamanu. Valerie Vidal King. And those are our Friends of Pima Honors. Thank you.
That was a lot of friends. And speaking of friends of honors and PTK, we have a student speaker who's going to come on next who has been involved in so many things for a number of years, and one of my favorite people too, Clinton Ponder Gilby, and he's going to talk about his experiences in honors and PTK. This is our student speaker.
Thank you, Chelsea. Actually, I'm going to go off trail on that. Extracurricular is something that's really important to me, and that's going off trail. Academics are important, but the magic a lot of times is what we do that the academics cannot. My daughter has a job that she really likes, but she could not have gotten there if she followed the academic trail. She could get there by what the academics teach, but she went off trail because the boss asked her, "Do you like to do something different?" And she kind of doing coding that if she did that, she'd be in IT, not where she is now. And experience I've had too, I've had some good opportunities to work out at Raytheon on pretty good projects, not for Raytheon, but as a private contractor. And I was going to the prints one time for working on the chambers, which is a special environment. And a guy wanted to look at the prints. Like, this Raytheon, you don't do that stuff. So I got on the phone with my boss, I said, "Hey, this is going on." He said, "Who's looking at the prints?" Told him who it was, said, "You go listen, learn what he has to say, and do what he says." And when they're talking, the guy said that there's two people in Raytheon at that time that could do the chambers right. The engineer who drew up our plans for the prints was not one of those people. The building manager taught us what we had to do to make the plans work on the print, or for the chambers. And so the building manager got his information off trail. Extracurricular, he didn't get a curriculum to learn how to do that. And a lot of times when we want to be where we want to be, the magic is going off trail. So the apprentice and I became the people that made the chambers work, because the engineer at that point still had not learned how to make it work. He could give us the equipment with the right dimensions and their specifications. But he did not go off trail to learn how to do his job that we could do it off the print fully. The magic of PTK is that we are off trail a lot of times. And you have guidance, you can go on a beaten trail, like you'll hear from James later on about Project for RISE. He did not start RISE, but he really put his name on it. In our living memory, James will be RISE for the homeless. On his resume, he would be hired if he's like me, he's not a young cat. If he's somebody that just came out, the stuff he has done for RISE alone, people give a scholarship, say, "We want to support what you do." People who are in institutions like four-year colleges will say to James, "We like what you do, we want you at our college," because he went off trail. And he left a big mark. So PTK is just that. We have people advisors, we have people until you have to research and go off trail safely. This is a good place to experiment, make your failures here, learn from your failures. I've made some great failures here. You're great. I learned a lot, and I want to go back and redo stuff the right way. But PTK is a place that is safe to go off trail. Learn what it takes to light your fire. Where's your passion? When you do stuff you love. And a lot of times academics are where we love to be, and other times it's not. And I think about the engineer that could not do the prints right because he did not know what he needed to know. And I don't know if maybe he told him that his prints were not working. Because we got the prints, we look at it, see what we needed, and we made it work. Because we learned to go off trail. And the building manager that taught us how to do that learned his stuff by going off trail, because he could not learn that in academia. And I today don't know if he knows that he doesn't know how to do the chambers right. But learn to go off trail. This is a safe place to do it. And we have a lot of resources that we can work through the college. We have a lot of friends and support. You just heard about them. They make our path possible, whether it's on trail with academia or going off trail and being where our fires can really burn, and no one else is there because we're off the trail. I thank you.
So now I'm going to call the yellow cards to go ahead and get up and go see Jessica. Our next two categories of awards have to do with community service, which is one of the keystones of Pima Honors and Phi Theta Kappa. You can see a list of our service partners on the screen. These are organizations that honors students volunteer with or have donated time, services, or goods to support our projects. Events like Rise for Homeless Vets or Pima Love Notes couldn't have happened without all of these partnerships. So first, let's give a round of applause to show our appreciation for our college and community partners. And I'm also going to ask Kylie, because she's been involved with a lot of these partners, if she has any specific things that she wants to say about any of them that I didn't mention.
I mean, you did great, but I gotta always give a big shout out to Clicks Billiards and Alan Purdy, BCA. So James has gotten mentioned quite a bit. He's kind of the star of tonight. But through Clicks Billiards and the billiards community of Tucson, we have raised, I believe it's over $10,000, maybe even we could bump that up a little bit more, for Rise for Homeless Veterans. So the billiards community has come together, and James has done amazing work. Clicks has been a sponsor, and so we just want to thank them so much. ServPro is another group that has contributed to that, and a lot of these different groups that you see up here are involved in Rise. So we're at our event at the downtown campus over spring break and did tabling. We had over 70 folks living in transitional housing or unhoused come into the campus to get non-perishable food, clothing, and get information about housing and reintegrating, Gen Phone, getting a free phone, lots of great stuff. So we want to thank especially those groups have been our biggest partners this year. And with that, so with that, we would like to recognize some of our students who have helped us in the community this year. So these are students who have volunteered with us at our various events like Love Notes and Rise. So first, we would like to recognize August Cruz Taggart, Caroline Fugate, Christopher Fugate, Clarence Horton, Alex Leon, Christy Magnan, and Ginger, of course. Christian Ornelas, back up here for a second time. Clinton Ponder Gilby, Deechil Spiker, David Vance, and those are our service recognition awards. All right. Next, we would like to call to the stage our red cards. Thank goodness this is not a soccer game. So our next awards are for leadership recognition. So many of these students started out like this group that was just up here, involved in service, helping out, coming up, as my mentor, Dr. Vorndren, would say, suiting up and showing up. But they have gone above and beyond to take on leadership for these different projects that make our program what it is. So these are folks who have put together countless hours, truly, with Rise for Homeless Vets especially has been a really big focus this year, and fundraising for that, but also things like our Pima Love Notes, and also when we do things like go into the community with Pima Animal Care Center. What are some other ones? It's been a Rise-focused year this year, but these are students who have stepped up and led in various capacities. We would like to thank Aaron Downey, Eric Garza, he's been leading our park cleanups, James Grace, of course. Jason Janowski. He's been leading our ARC food pantry pop-ups at the Northwest Campus. Kimberly Joe, she has been leader in RISE, as well as our treasurer for PTK. Alessandra Johnson, who you will hear about with our All Arizona Awards a little bit later. Hey, glad you made it. Morgan Kolonovsky. She is our outgoing park leader, now at Eller. Lori Maldonado, another RISE leader, co-lead this year. Melissa Shaw. You'll hear a bit more about her later. Shreya Sidamali. Rebecca Ursule. And for our exemplary leaders, we would like to award honor cords so you can wear a little swag at graduation. We did hear you're graduating, so let me get you those. And thank you, truly, thank you so much to all of our leaders. You guys are amazing. You make this possible. So we are so thrilled to have you here and to recognize you tonight. Yeah, thanks for coming.
And now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, our Chancellor, Dr. Jeffrey Nassy, who I understand has been a PTK and honors supporter and advocate for much longer than he's been at this school, for many years. So thank you for your support now that you're here, and yeah, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, guests, faculty members, friends, and family. And of course, most importantly, our honored students. Really just a privilege to be here tonight at the PCC Honors and Phi Theta Kappa Awards and Induction Ceremony. Before we begin, I do want to recognize a leader that we have here with us, someone who volunteers tirelessly on behalf of the college and is here tonight to see the awards and be a part of it, and that is the Vice Chair of our Board of Governors, Carla Bernal Morales. Carla, can we get a hand? Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for being here tonight. So tonight we come together to really recognize certainly academic achievements, as well as the spirit of leadership, community, and service that really defines being in honors, being part of PTK. At PCC, and I liked what the previous speaker said, we know that academic achievement and these awards tonight is more than just a grade or a transcript, the GPA. It really is about a mindset. It's about being curious, right, eager to learn, discipline, right, being disciplined, hard work, has always been a part of achievement like this, a commitment to getting better, a commitment to growth, and really, right, that courage to be a part of something different, to ask questions, and the willingness to challenge assumptions. And so that's really about determination, not just to learn here while you're at PCC, but really for a lifetime, right? It's about lifelong learning. And Phi Theta Kappa, the honors organization, really embodies that spirit. You know, and this, we mentioned, I've been part of PTK for a long time across the country. It is the largest honors organization from a higher education standpoint in the country. It's the largest honor society. So you're really part of that organization that's dedicated to recognizing and encouraging academic excellence while really building on those hallmarks, right, of leadership, service, and fellowship. Membership in PTK and honors is not just an acknowledgement of your hard work, and it certainly is that. It's really an invitation to join a community of scholars and leaders that are committed to making a lasting impact. And it's always great to go see people who have been part of PTK have gone on to be world leaders, CEOs, industry leaders, right? It is a group of highly motivated and successful people. So we honor these accomplishments. We recognize that no one achieves this alone as we sit here in this room, right? Every honoree, all the people getting awards tonight, there's faculty, of course, congratulations, and thank you, faculty, for your work to inspire our students. It's mentors, staff, advisors, all those people at the college who help you out. Certainly families who encourage and support you, friends who help uplift you. This evening is as much about celebrating your family's achievements as it is in terms of acknowledging your award. So let's give your support system a round of applause. For our students, you know, as you think about, and I saw some folks are graduating and getting ready, you know, these awards, these honors are great. They're certainly more than just decorations or a line on your resume, right? They're really markers of your journey, evidence of your hard work, and importantly, I think, really a part of your future. What does that vision look like for you? They are reminders that leadership is not only about achievement, it is about service, helping people. It's about lifting others as you rise, contributing to the community that supports you, and creating opportunities for those who follow. And going through the projects before tonight's ceremony was so great. They all spoke to leadership, service, helping people out. Service is at the heart of leadership, of course. It's the choice to act, not because you have to or it's a requirement, but because you care and you can. It is the act of reaching out, of standing up for those who need support, and building a community where everyone can be successful and thrive. Through service, we discover that true leadership is not about individual success, but collective, a group's progress. And this is the essence of PTK's mission, to transform lives and create pathways for student success. So that's what PTK is about, and it's certainly what Pima Community College is all about, is making that difference. Community is where our successes are shared and our challenges are faced together. It is where we find strength, belonging, and purpose. When we build stronger communities, we build a stronger future for all of us. PTK, the honors program, represent the highest ideals of academic excellence. As members of these distinguished groups, you are part of a legacy of learners and leaders dedicated to make a difference, not just here at Pima Community College, but across the state of Arizona, across the country, the nation, and the world. As a chancellor, I've had the privilege of witnessing firsthand really the growth and transformation that education can bring to so many. I have seen time and time again students walk through the doors of a college with their goals, their ideas, their dreams, and then leave with that confidence to actually pursue them. That growth is not just about academic achievement, it's really personal. It's rooted in self-reflection. Leadership at its core begins with understanding oneself, understanding yourself, recognizing that both strengths and areas for growth, and having that courage to improve. Can you look at yourself and say, you're getting better? True leaders reflect, adapt, and always strive to be better than they were yesterday. As we celebrate this evening, I encourage each of you to continue striving for excellence. Yes, for the personal, individual achievement, and also for the differences that you can make in people's lives. Continue to serve, to lead, and to strengthen the communities that lift you up. Congratulations to all of our families, to all of our honorees. Thank you for representing Pima with pride, integrity, and excellence. I am so incredibly proud of you, proud of this organization, and cannot wait to see the impact you will continue to make. So thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nassi. And if you'd just please stay, because we would love for you to shake hands with all of our inductees. And also, if we could get Dr. Rourke and Brian and Carla to come up and welcome our Phi Theta Kappa inductees into the Honor Society. So those of you who are being inducted, if you'll go ahead and go see Jessica and come on back. And if I could have my emblem readers, my name readers, my handshakers, my rose givers, all those folks who are going to help me up here. I don't think you heard. Dr. Nassi, we would love for you to shake hands with all of our inductees. Sorry. And so now it's time for our formal induction to PTK. Woohoo! But first, we want to take a few moments to reveal the significance and the meaning of the various emblems and the symbols of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. So I have two readers who are going to read the emblems, right? Aaron and Jessica. And this is the formal ceremony that all of our Phi Theta Kappa members go through across the country. So you guys want to come up to the... Come up too, yeah. It's like a 1-2 thing.
Good evening.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Where would you like us at? I'll call you as soon as we're done with reader. Okay. I guess you could come now.
I have in my hand a candle, symbolic of knowledge, which is the servant of wisdom, which dwells with prudence and leads in the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment.
I have here the white rose, typifying purity and beauty of life, with its white bud signifying intellectual associations. We display this rose as a symbol of our newly formed intellectual friendship.
The purposes of this organization is to foster a spirit of devotion to study and to scholarly ideals among our members.
Our principles are embodied in the Greek letters that stand for wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Phi Theta Kappa.
Now that the standards and ideals of this honor society have been fully revealed to you, you can come to complete the pledge, which admits you into complete fellowship.
Great. And if you want to be the rose giver, and while everybody takes their place here, I would like to mention that fewer than 1% of Pima Community College students are inducted into Phi Theta Kappa. That's amazing, you guys. These are students who have persevered and managed to hold themselves to the highest standard of academic achievement, maintaining a 3.5 GPA or above. Today, they are justly rewarded as they become official members of Phi Theta Kappa, the most prestigious honor society in the world. Do you have the name? Yeah.
Where are they? Oh, are they on the table?
We have the names.
Maybe they're on the table still.
We're coming with the names.
All right. Okay, first. Whoever's first, come on, hand me your card and I'll read your name. Thank you. Thelma Lauren Moore. Oh, wait. Christy Magnan. Cristiana Segura. Natasia Sotomayor. Desiree Lopez. Maricela Martinez. Leila Cajilo. Maya Nicole Acuna. Aaron Downey. Jasmine Acosta. Nora O'Brien. Christy Shiflett. Jason Janoski. Mace Taylor. Jonathan Gerardo Ramos Zovela. I think that's it.
Okay, you're the name reader here, Honorable President.
This might work too. Okay.
No, read that to him, because he's the president. Yep, and then he'll officially induct him.
Honorable President, these students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been selected because they have chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. I highly recommend them for acceptance into the Alpha Beta Chi chapter of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society.
You are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship, which embraces two-year colleges not only in Arizona, but in the nation and around the world. New members, the Alpha Beta Chi chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, welcome you into their noble society. Please rise, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I do solemnly promise on this 12th day of May 2025 to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa and to make this object foremost in my mind. I solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. Well done. It is our pleasure to welcome you into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholars it affords. I salute you for your accomplishments and encourage you to always explore for truth and dedicate yourselves to the cultivation of the well-reasoned life, a prelude to service and honor. You have now been officially inducted into our society. We now present you with the Phi Theta Kappa's 2025 inductees. Congratulations.
James thing? Oh, he's gonna come up. Okay.
So now you've been acquainted a bit with him, but you're going to hear a little bit more. Here are some words of wisdom from James Grace, our PTK chapter president.
Thank you. Thanks, Carly. Hi, good evening, everyone. We're so glad that you're here. I want to hear lots of cheering. This is a celebration. There you go. Honors students and Honors Club members, Phi Theta Kappa members, Honors Award winners, and graduates of Pima Community College class of 2025. Congratulations. Those of you I just called out, let us give a big round of applause to those dedicated people who helped to get us here. First, above all others, our families, chosen and otherwise. Our parents, your siblings, your awesome children, your partners and friends and neighbors. Let's give them a big thank you with a huge round of applause. And for all the people who over the past 2 years of our lives, for some of us longer, who have worked diligently to help get us here, our professors, our teachers and instructors, our advisors and our mentors, thank you. Let us thank them with a huge round of applause. You all have made untold differences in our lives. And if I can, and I think I can because I have the mic, let us give a nod and a shout out to all those who, quote, are behind the scenes, running and supporting Pima, thereby supporting each and every one of us. They are too numerous to mention, yet I will mention a few. For all the librarians and student employees, embedded mentors, facilities persons, IT, peer-to-peer mentors, clubs, administrators, staff, deans, volunteers, and the Pima Foundation, thank you. Let us give them a huge round of applause. Now, we will all of us gathered here please give a huge round of applause for tonight's Honors Award winners, graduates, and PTK inductees. I think as a group, we are generally good when it comes to giving thanks and acknowledgement. But for you student leaders especially, remember to thank those who have helped you in your endeavors and projects. And if you can thank them publicly, do so. Those of you in Honors or PTK already know that you are in the right place, the best place possible for your future. We are all overachievers in this room, and I expect that many of you came to this place in the same manner that I did. It was my first semester at Pima, and my math instructor had given us an assignment to partake in the student activity or club event and write a brief summary of our experience. I assumed I would likely just take in a sporting event, so I went on to Pima Engage, the repository of all the clubs and activities and going-ons at Pima. And as I strolled through, I happened across Pima Honors Club and their upcoming virtually held meeting. Well, I am an admitted overachiever, and the sound of an honors club immediately sounded like something I wanted to be a part of. I went, met Kylie Sagers, honors lead advisor, along with other honors members. Nothing extraordinary was discussed, but I felt comfortable with what I heard, so I would continue to go back. What I had no way of knowing at the time was that this serendipitous encounter would change my entire academic life. It would help give me purpose and direction in my life and future self. Everything I have been able to achieve in my academic career thus far has been because of Honors and PTK. Honors and PTK are entirely dedicated to your academic success and growth as a student leader and a leader in your community. Now, I don't want anyone to fret over whether or not you are a leader or should be consider yourself one. First off, let me assure you that you are a leader. By virtue of being in this audience, you are a leader. You are the best and brightest that Pima has to offer. You have led in your academic standards, which is what has brought you here today. So yes, you are a leader among your peers, and it's okay to be okay and aware of that and to acknowledge that. I learned recently that human beings are akin to water running downhill, and that it always takes the path of least resistance. Human beings are naturally the same way. We are programmed to conserve energy. But success doesn't live downstream. Success lives upstream. And you may have to swim against the current of your own nature to reach it. No one shows up on their first day anywhere, not to a league practice, not to a new job, not to their first club meeting, and shares all of their ideas and skills and talents on that first day. It is not likely they would jump right into a project. But it is no longer day one. If you haven't already found the thing that speaks to you, if you have, act upon it. If it's more than one thing, that's okay too. You can pursue more than one thing at a time and still do it well. If you want more out of life, you have to become more. You become more by doing. Doing is reading, studying, volunteering, helping others, taking action. It is sharing the thing that you know. Sometimes, and I think often, we know a thing, yet for whatever reason, be it shyness or timidness, we hold back. We don't say the thing we know. As most of you know, I'm a pool player, and this scenario happens to me quite often. I would be watching a teammate shoot his or her match, and at a crucial point in the game, I would see them lining up for an incorrect shot. And I know I should say something, but I don't. And inevitably, they miss, and quite often, it will directly lead to them losing the game. So then, for at least the next 10 minutes, I sit there silently admonishing myself for having not said something. But remarkably, however, on many occasions, that exact same scenario will happen in the very next game, and I am able to redeem myself by speaking up and helping my teammates secure a win. Because of our varied backgrounds and experiences, there are things that only you know. Yet on too many instances, we shy away from saying the thing that only we can say. I encourage you to say the thing, to step up, and to help someone secure a win. Likewise, your involvement in a project will be different from mine or someone else's. We need you to get involved and bring your uniqueness, your talents, and your hopes and dreams and share them with us, thereby encouraging others to do the same. Many of you are into it. You know a thing, but are reluctant to act on it. Sometimes it's small things like, I better not place that cup there because I'm going to knock it over. Or I should have sent that text or spoke to or called that person, and now this has happened. Follow your intuition. When you feel a thing, it's for a reason. Some of you need to interject your voice into the conversation. We need you. Present yourself in a way that leaders have full confidence in you leading a project or representing their organization. That when you seek their assistance, no matter how busy they are, and they will be busy, they will still respond with, yes, I would be more than happy to help. You can start with simply volunteering at a tabling event, or by representing your club at an event, even in an informal way, just by showing up. I once volunteered to represent honors in PTK at an event hosted by Student Life, where students could check out other clubs. I briefly spoke about RISE, it's one of our community service projects. I passed out a brochure for RISE that I recently made, and that was that. Afterwards, no one spoke to me about RISE or PTK or honors that evening. No one joined our club as a result. But what did happen was I met Amber Wilkerson, who is the lead advisor and editor for the Pima Post, PCC's digital newspaper. Amber was at the meeting promoting the Digital Media Club. I checked out the club flyer and said to myself, I like to write, I like to do photography, and I've always wanted to learn how to host a podcast, so I joined. Fast forward to me becoming a reporter for the Post, where my first assignment gave me free pass to a concert by Grammy Award-winning jazz artist Samira Joy. I got to meet her, take a picture with her, and got an autographed copy of her latest album. I would later take Journalism 185, where this past semester I received 4 journalism awards, including an award for editorial excellence for my coverage of Pima Arts Musical Showcase this past spring. So now I have to find a space to squeeze in on my resume that I am an award-winning journalist, all because I showed up for a thing. Because as Kali Sager says, cool serendipity happens when you put yourself out there. For those of you graduating this year, congratulations. Thank you for all your contributions to honors and PTK. May your future be like the lyrics from Nicki Minaj's Single Moment for Life. We've done everything we can think of. Greatness is what we're on the brink of. Thank you for letting me share. Thank you, Dr. Mead, and thank you, Harvard, for fighting. So, I'm still up here because there's something else. There's one more thing. If only I can get my technology to work. Okay. Emily Bisich. Emily is the head librarian at the downtown campus library. Emily is nominated for Employee Friend of Pima Honors Award for her dedication and contributions to RISE 2025. Emily's support of RISE throughout the past has been phenomenal, and RISE 2025 proves to be no exception. Emily handled all the logistical coordinating and communications with facilities, from reserving the space, setting up the room, arranging of van parking, to the use of library spaces. Emily and her library staff hosted a t-shirt swap for RISE, bringing in dozens of new and like-new t-shirt donations. Emily also arranged the space and materials for our Love Note party and facilitated the printing of hundreds of flyers distributed by RISE 2025. Emily and I met up over the spring with what supplies and donations were available from the previous year's event, and she made spaces available for the staging of donations and purchases for the 2025 event. Emily is not only on hand to help coordinate and set up the day prior to the event, but she is the first one on the site on the day of the event and the last to leave after a very full day of activities. To Emily Bisich, we say, thank you so very much for all you do. Thank you, everyone.
Emily also did the lion's share of planning for this event, so thank you, Emily.
So I want to talk about some of the awards that Phi Theta Kappa has won this year. And, it's an honor for me to be a part of this organization that uplifts academic excellence, leadership, service, fellowship, the Phi Theta Kappa. And PTK is not just an honor society. It's a space where students grow into scholars, leaders, and change makers. And across the country, and right here at Pima Community College, PTK chapters provide students with support and empowerment to strive for more, lead with purpose, and serve with heart. Our chapter, Alpha Beta Chi, embodies this spirit through commitment and collaboration. This year we took on projects where students gained leadership experience, developed research skills, served the community, and made lifelong connections. I want to highlight a few of those. The PCC chapter hosted a 2-day Arizona Regional Convention at downtown campus, where we learned and played with members across the state and modeled what it means to be a leader. PTK members organized an event that provided services to homeless vets, which you heard a lot about from James and others, and those in transition, including connecting underserved populations with educational opportunities at Pima College. PTK members researched the way stories are told in society, how they connect us to ourselves and one another, and facilitated a storytelling social gathering that fostered understanding, community, and fellowship. In addition, officers had the opportunity to travel to PTK Catalyst, which is an international convention, and that was in Kansas City this year. We engaged with PTK members across the country, connected with universities. We were inspired by some really amazing speakers and celebrated our achievements together. We're all very proud of our chapter this year and the students that make it special. And I want to share that because of your commitment, Alpha Beta Chi has achieved 5-star chapter status. And that's the highest level of achievement a PTK chapter can earn. Our chapter was also recognized by the Arizona region for outstanding efforts, and we received the prestigious Distinguished Chapter Award for our Honors in Action project. This is a true testament to our students' dedication and to research and impact. In addition, we celebrate individual excellence, and our very own James Grace received the Distinguished Chapter Officer Award, and our chapter leadership was honored with the Distinguished Chapter Advisor Award. So please join me in applauding these achievements, not just for the awards themselves, but for what they represent: hard work, heart, and a deep commitment to making a difference. So. And I just want to leave you with this, that our chapter isn't just about awards and recognition, it's about you all. And each voice, each effort, each spark of curiosity and leadership adds to that momentum. When you show up, the chapter thrives. And when the chapter thrives, you gain experiences that will shape who you are forever. Because PTK isn't just something that you join, it's something that joins with you and walks with you and helps you grow into the person that you're meant to become. So I challenge you all to get involved, and let's build this community together. We'll become scholars together, we'll become leaders together, and make the world a better place. So. And I think, Kylie, we're going to talk about all Arizona academic team, right? Woo!
Thank you. We were talking about mountain lions backstage. Sorry. Eric has a trail cam. Ike Snopes. You follow him on Reddit. So anyway, next slide, please. Our All Arizona academic team, these are students who have won a scholarship that can be used at NAU, ASU, or U of A to finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free. It's 60 credits, so that's pretty close to a $30,000 value, so this is an amazing award. Pima is able to give 12 of these awards every year, so it's a fantastic opportunity for students. And this year, we wanted to recognize the 6 members of our academic team. So first, we have Rebecca Ursule, who worked with the Student Senate on a bike path initiative. Oh yes, and we're calling them up, right? I think we're calling them up. So come on up, Rebecca. Come on up. I guess you guys can make your way. I think you've all been on stage before, so you know the way. We've got Morgan Kolonovsky. She was, as I mentioned before, our park cleanup leader for the last couple of years, and she's now at Eller. We have Shreya Sidamali, who did cybersecurity workshops for seniors, so she worked with Parks and Rec to put on those workshops. We also had Ellie Johnson, who was my Calc 2 student, who worked with the American Society of Civil Engineers to put on workshops to let Pima students know about this club and organization that's at the U of A when they transfer. We had Melissa Shaw, who did artificial intelligence guidelines, working with the TUSD board, coming up with those guidelines for appropriate usage of AI. And finally, we had Joanne Cerrone, who worked with her church to give meal services to those in need. So congratulations to our All Arizona academic team. They were recognized at a banquet that some of you were at in February in Phoenix, which was a lovely time. And we wanted to recognize them here as well, of course. So thank you guys so much for being here. We're so proud of you. Got a picture? All right. And so Melissa, I need you to hang right where you are, but the rest of you can come on off. And so I have, Eric would like to say a word or two about Melissa. Melissa and I got to know each other. We were both actually students in Eric's creative writing class. And I said, you gotta apply for some of these scholarship dollars. And I'm glad that she listened. Because Eric is gonna tell you about a very prestigious scholarship that we just found out that she won. I think they are doing the official announcement maybe tomorrow. So keep it on the down low. Hope the live stream doesn't count.
Whole auditorium full of people, don't say anything to anybody. Melissa got the Jack Cook Kent Scholarship. So just so you understand what this scholarship is, out of the whole country, 90 people get this scholarship. It's extremely, extremely, extremely competitive. I think she's like the third person from Pima, like ever, that's ever got this scholarship. A huge honor. It is a scholarship that pays for tuition up to $55,000 at any school. So actually what it does is it basically pays your tuition to go to any school anywhere, which is extremely impressive. And then it also will offer graduate school support. This scholarship pays for someone because in order to get this, they give that much resource to one person. Because in order to get that scholarship, you have to be someone who is going to show that they can utilize that level of resource in their future, in their academic studies, and beyond. And so, as Kylie pointed out, Melissa was a student in my Writing 216 class in the fall. She's a student in my honors class right now, and my short story writing class. And Melissa is absolutely an outstanding student, but we use the word student, and I want us to think, of course, we're all students, this is a college event. Melissa is an outstanding person. If I was in the community and I was not associated with this college at all, I could potentially meet Melissa, working as an advocate for sexual assault victims. She's a volunteer for the Southern Arizona Center for Against Sexual Assault. She's gone through a whole court facilitated training program to be an advocate for victims or survivors of sexual assault. The whole thing she did for her honors project with TUSD, she just started doing that because it was something that is in her character. She did some work here at Pima. She learned all this stuff about how people use deep fakes and AI technology, particularly to bully other kids in school, and the dangers of how those technologies can affect kids. And so what did she, so many people write essays and do these amazing research projects in school. Well, so she goes to a board meeting at TUSD and just starts talking to the board about it. And then they ask her to be on their task force. So she helped develop their whole AI policy, and with all that experience, she's now on our AI task force. Here, she's on our AI advisory committee serving with us. And in that capacity, she's a colleague of mine. And so I also want to say that I've learned so much. As we get older, we think that we have this accumulation of knowledge and that we are somehow facilitating younger people in this way where it's not a give and take. But Melissa shows it is completely a give and take. I've learned about creepypasta, and she came up with the term horrification, which is a way of using people's real-life tragedies as entertainment on the internet. Of course, the thing about AI and bullying and all that, and kidfluencing. There's all these things that when you have someone like Melissa around to teach you, you end up learning by teaching them. But I just really wanted to take an opportunity to point out what an incredible thing it is for somebody at the college. It's an honor for all of us that someone at the college got the Jack Cook Kent Scholarship. And I just wanted to really make it clear that this is a person that Melissa deserves the Jack Cook Kent Scholarship. And she's going to go on to do really impressive, great things with it. So congratulations, Melissa.
And although I guess we don't really do like acceptance speeches, but I know that Melissa would want to thank Maggie Golston. So I know that she has been a huge influence as well as a mentor. So Maggie, I know you couldn't be here tonight, but I'll thank you on her behalf. Now we want to do our exhibition awards, and Monique has been tabulating and filling those out. So Monique, can I get those exhibition awards? Thank you. All right, so when we call your name, please make your way to the stage. For the Most Impactful Project Award, we have Jason Janowski. So I didn't really get to hang out in the exhibition hall. I was kind of running around like a wild person getting this thing ready. But I believe Jason's project that he did a poster board on, what we talked about was his ARC food pantry, pop-up pantry. And I know that he delivered over 160 combined food bags to students at the Northwest campus. So that sounds 175, excuse me. So that is quite impactful. Good voting. For the Most Informative Project Award, we have Melissa Shaw. Hope you didn't make it back to your seat yet. Sorry, Melissa. Too dang informative. For the Most Creative Project Award, we have Kimberly Joe. Melissa. And for the Most Visually Appealing Project Award, this does not surprise me at all, we have Lori Maldonado. For those who don't know, Lori is, oh man, I don't want to mess this up, but I know she works really closely with the tattoo community, and so she's got that artistic eye. There you go. Congratulations. So thanks for everyone who voted. I hope you enjoyed checking out our projects before the event while you were snacking. And let's give a big round of applause to all of our Expo winners. We're good. Picture acquired. And you may exit the stage. Congrats. Thank you. All right, we've amassed like 18 copies of the agenda up here, and none of them are on the right page. Oh, yes, okay, closing remarks. So finally, well, not finally, because then we have to thank a couple more people, but mostly finally, we are going to call to the stage Dr. Brian Stewart, who is the administrator over our honors program, to give us some parting words. Dr. Stewart?
Oh, amazing evening, right? Yes, wonderful. I do want to just take a moment before we leave for the evening to thank a few people who you probably seen running around. So if everybody who's been involved in putting this on, including you backstage who are hiding, come out, stand up, make sure everybody can see you. Can we thank them very much for all the work that they have done, including our tech team, stand up, come on, amazing work. Yay, thank you guys. In particular, I want to highlight, oh my God, Kylie and, oh my God, Chelsea, good evening tonight, for all of their amazing, so you guys don't know, but these are the individuals who run Phi Theta Kappa and honors. It is not us, it is not any rest of us. It is these individuals. And the honors coordinators, all the Phi Theta Kappa coordinators, they are the ones who make it possible. All that the rest of us do is try to get the systems out of the way. So when you see them, thank them for all of their amazing work. So,
Oh, wait,
yes.
because really it's the students, and we feel that way about
Yes,
them.
yes.
So, okay.
I'm getting to that.
Okay, all right.
Yes, our students. That is why we're here, right? We have all these amazing honorees here this evening. And yes, it's a little planned, yes. Can all of our students who have been honored tonight, can I get you guys to stand up? Can all the students who are going to be standing up next year stand up? That's the rest of you. Come on, stand up. So as we're thinking on this evening, and where are we going after this? What do we leave you with, right? I mean, you've heard so many things tonight. And it's the end of the night, and you're exhausted. And you've heard repeatedly throughout this evening a very common theme. And that is this idea of servingness and of recognition. I mean, you heard it tonight, right? Me recognizing individuals, them recognizing you, all of us thanking one another for this work, and it's all because of the excellence that you brought out this evening. And it's not just about this one moment in time, but it's the moments in time that you have done before this and that you are going to do after this moment. So like you and many others, I was an honors kid. I didn't make it by myself. I made it with all the people that were around me and helped me get there. But it didn't just start suddenly in school where all of a sudden I had some support. It started in my home. My family, for those of you who are not aware, my great-grandparents are Blackfoot. And so I had these amazing tales of their journey across the country, of these Blackfoot legends and traditional values. The other part of my family is from Ireland and Scotland, and similarly, they were my grandparents, and they came over, and they had a very similar traditions. In every single case, it was all about servingness. It was all about helping one another, being connected, being stewards, being leaders. And that started at a very young age. And there's one tale that I just constantly think about, and I was thinking tonight when we see these blooms of flowers, that just repeated and resonated with me, and I wanted to share it with you, and hopefully you will share it with your children and pass it on through that oral tradition year after year. Something like this. So the great winter was coming, and it was far colder and stormier than it had ever been. And in this winter, the trees began to freeze, so the wood wasn't usable. The animals in the area fled. There was little food, little warmth. And so the people in the village, some of them began to hoard. They took the food to themselves, they took the wood, and they isolated themselves from the others. People began to get afraid. And of course, there were those who didn't make it. They starved, they froze. And one of the elders finally stood up, and she said, you know, in years past, when the rivers rose because of the great storms, we pulled each other ashore. When the lambs were so lean that we couldn't feed and the wool was broken, we went and we harvested. We turned to the cows and to the horses and we made new products. When the fires burned and all the animals fled, we moved our village. This winter is the same. If we do it together, we will survive and come the spring. Many of the villagers listened. Some did not. And as the spring came, and the flowers began to push up through that snow, the village survived. it began to blossom like all of those flowers, and it became a foundation for future countries. And they looked out on the people who didn't join them. And in sorrow, they had been forgotten and lost. But they remembered who they were, because you don't leave people behind. Of course, the moral of that, and the moral that we want to leave you with, and the whole purpose of tonight, is that there was a leader who stood up and spoke, and who said, we have to do this together. We have the skills. And with together we will rise, and we will not forget even those who choose to forget us. So I leave you with that tonight, to go out, lead, be amazing, be excellent. You've already shown that you can. Thank you very much. Be safe on your travels home. And I think there may be another thank you coming up here, but have a good evening. Good night.
Yeah, you guys signed up for a lot of thank yous tonight, but we're almost there. Emily, yeah. Okay, so we wanted to thank our officer team. Many of them you have seen already. So we got James, Kimberly, Jason, but Anna and Ryan couldn't make it tonight. But we want to thank our elected officers. And we will put up our slideshow as you guys are filtering out. We do have a QR code. If tonight inspired you and you want to be a PTK officer for next year, our nominations are still open until tomorrow. I've heard we've got some good nominees, but we would love to have more, and we can always make more officer positions, so we really want folks to lean in. And then we also wanted to, of course, thank all of our coordinators. You guys are amazing colleagues, and I could not do any of this without you. Our program would not be anywhere near what it is today without you, so thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And of course, Brian and Josie, you know, you guys said you get systems out of the way so we can do what we do, and boy, is that true. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Josie. You are truly the best. She's the one who organized all of the food tonight, so you guys should give her a giant round of applause. And truly organizes, like, I feel like half of the food that we eat at Pima. So anytime you're eating something at Pima, it's probably because of Josie. But yeah, those are our final thank yous, but of course to you. So it's been said many times, thank you to all of the support systems, the wonderful people who've come to celebrate with the folks that we want to thank, because you guys are the ones who make it possible for them to be the amazing humans that they are. So thank you so much. Drive safe. Have a wonderful evening. Have a great end to the award season, hurrah, shebang. Hope to see you at graduation. Thank you all.